again, is something where I wanted to give back to the sport of bodybuilding, health, and fitness.
Okay, ladies, thank you for coming to the Women's Dragon Den Seminar. So thank you. There's a great turnout, so I'm glad you all came. What we're doing here, we want to talk about women's health and fitness, and we're going to end it up with competing. They are two totally separate, different things, so we just want to make sure you guys know that. Eating a healthy lifestyle or living a healthy lifestyle and competing are two different lifestyles, okay? I just want to start off by saying I'm Marcia Prince, for those of you who know me. I do the Gaspari ads, the Novadex and Haladrol. I'm actually the sexy girl in the ads. And it's still not my personality, so when people meet me, they assume that I'm gonna come walking up in a bikini with the hair flying, and I'm more the cheerleader type, so it's kind of funny how people perceive you from a picture. So I just want to say I won Miss Bikini Universe at 32 years old, and I didn't think it was possible. Like Rich and his story, mine was the same thing. I loved Oxygen magazine, and I'd flip through the Oxygen magazine going, oh, I just want to look like her, I want to look like her. And then when I was, my husband now, who was my boyfriend, I would look at the Fitness Universe ads and see Miss Bikini Universe. And for 4 years, I would say, man, I want to do that, but I don't have the body to do that. My husband's like, well, you're a personal trainer. Put the 100% into it, let's do it. And I was like, oh, okay. So 1 year, I just got into my best physical shape. First time in that competition, I competed against 122 girls, and I won. So, and that was amazing. I felt like, for me at 32, that was the start of my life. But you know, with this opportunity that I have, I just want to tell you guys can change the quality of your life at any age. No matter if you're 22, 42, or even 62. Both of us are here today. Here I am, 34 years old, and Gina's 41, because we love the lifestyle, we continue it, and this is where we are. And I'm going to pass this to Gina with her awesome story.
Just a little bit about myself. My name is Gina Osterly. I've kind of branded myself as the new 40. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but I kind of go by the new 40. And that's not about being 40 and looking 30 or being 50 and looking 40. It's about being the new 40, hence the cougar and all the reality shows that are popping up. You know, be 40 and be proud of it. I actually am in better shape now at 40 than when I was 20. I'm going to be 42 this year, and I think it's great to be able to say that. It's about attitude, it's about being confident. At 42, you have so many years behind you. I mean, this is when you're supposed to enjoy it, so why not feel great and look great all at the same time? When I was 30, I didn't like what I was seeing, what was going on, so I got a little bit more involved in fitness, pushed myself to the next level like Marcia did, goaled myself with the show. And in the process of doing that, a lot of my friends and family all wanted to know what I was doing. So I had so much gratification in helping other people along that it just became what I did and what I love and truly what's my passion. And being healthy, really, I always say that there's three legs to your stool. Your mental health, your physical health, and your spiritual health. If you have missing any one of those, you're falling down. So I really love the health aspect of the stool, and I love to share that with anybody and everyone. So thank you for having me here, for the opportunity, for you guys being here for me to do that with you guys.
We're going to start off first, the first part of our segment about strength training, okay? There's common myths and fears of women with strength, so we just want to kibosh that. Obviously, some of you have embraced it, so that's a good thing. But we want you to show you that you guys can step it up to the next level. Because haven't you seen that girl on the treadmill for the past 2 years, and she looks exactly the same?
Every gym has one. The girl, you go into the gym, you see this girl, she's on the treadmill all the time. 2 years later, same girl, she's still on the treadmill, and you're trying to figure out, wow, she's on that treadmill so much. Why doesn't she look any different? Well,
there's four components to looking good. You just can't do one without the other. It's obviously strength training is number 1. Number 2 is cardio. 3 is nutrition. And 4 is goal setting. Without all those components, you can't do it. First of all, I just want to talk about proper form, okay, when you're in the gym. Okay, you can lift all day long with momentum. If you don't have the proper form and contraction, you're not going to make any results, okay? How many ladies in here would love a great butt? All right, Okay, we got
Every
some-
hand should.
Every hand.
Every hand.
All right, I saw a couple hands. Well, I'll need a couple volunteers to come up here because I just want to show you proper form. Okay, I like to start with the ABCs. This is what I tell my clients. So it's like ABC 1, 2, 3. A, abdominals tight. So you want to make sure your abdominals are tight. You don't want to let them hang. Okay. So let's come over here, ladies, to the front. Stand up straight to the side. Face this way. Keep your abdominals tight. You want it contracted. Okay, that's A. B, bring your shoulder blades back. So you want to pull this back, okay? Retract your scapula, good. And C, you want to make sure you bring your chest up. So those are ABCs. Abdominals tight, bring your blades back, chest up, okay? So that's what you're going to do. No matter if you're doing a bicep curl or a lunge, you want to make sure you're always in that proper form.
When you're doing a squat, when you go down, you want all your weight to shift back. She's doing a very good squat. All your weight to shift back in your heels. When you get down in that position, when you're down here, you want to tighten up your glutes as hard as you can and use your glutes to come up to the point that, go down. Use your own resistance. When she's coming up, she should feel like someone is pushing against her. She should be engaging her glutes. And that's how I kind of, did you feel the difference? So when you're actually coming up, even though you're not working with weight, with your own resistance, you can, in your mind, use your glutes and come up hard, squeeze.
Okay, when you do a basic crunch, most people like to come up and just swing, okay? And there's, and they can do like 200, 300. No, it's the quality of the crunch, not the quantity. So when you come up, put your arms behind your head. You're gonna come up and contract, and you're gonna come up, you're gonna breathe out and contract. So come up and squeeze and breathe out, good, and then come down. Come up and squeeze out, and then back down, and squeeze. Hold it for a little bit longer, and come up and squeeze, hold, good, and then bring it down. Awesome. So you want to hold it for at least a count of 2, okay? Whether you have a ball in your hand with weights or no weight at all, you want to come up, breathe out. When you breathe out, you expel all that air out of the diaphragm, and you get a deep contraction. So just make sure when you come up, breathe out, squeeze, get that relaxed, and come back down.
And a lot of people don't treat their abs as a muscle group and dedicate a workout to ab training. If you don't have the muscle there, you may get nice and lean and have a nice flat stomach, but if you want to actually have a six-pack, you know, where you have the squares, you have to build the muscle. So you have to treat it just like any other muscle group. The reason that I wanted to touch on shoulders is because as women, most of us are not genetically built to have shoulders and a nice wide back. The more you can build your back out and the more you can cap your shoulders, the tinier it's gonna make your waist look. It's gonna make you do this. All right, go ahead and do a shoulder raise for me. A lateral raise. Okay, what I try to key on with my clients when they're doing a lateral raise is I have them soften up their elbows and I tell them to lead with their shoulders. Don't lead with your hands. Lead with your shoulders so that you feel like your shoulders are actually raising the weight. There you go. Spread out so we don't hit each other. Good, perfect. One more. Good.
Okay, another little myth I wanted to talk about was women think the most common fear is when they lift weights, they think they're gonna get big, okay? That's not the case, okay?
99.9% of women are not gonna look like a man when they start lifting weights. And that is why the woman that you see on the treadmill for the last 2 years has never changed, because she is doing nothing but cardio. She's not building any muscle. By the time you hit 30, if you don't do something to maintain your muscle or build it, you're gonna lose 1% of muscle every year.
So that whole phrase, if you don't use it, you will lose it,
Yep.
That is so true. So another thing, women, we are genetically predispositioned to have body fat for reproductive reasons, okay? So you have reproductive reasons, then you have children, you maintain more fat, then we go to the whole favorite menopause, and then we get older. So you have to work hard to keep that muscle, and you have to eat the right foods. That's why I tell my ladies, you don't have any room for error for cheating. If you want to get to your goal, you got to eliminate the stuff and just get there.